Hi, my name is Max Heiner. I am a student at Radford University, and this is my persuasive speech for my Core 201 class. Today, I would like to explore the topic of music and how it affects not only emotions, but also can be used to alleviate mental illnesses and increase academic and learning processing skills. Music has always been something unique to mankind. It can express emotions and feelings that words and images just cannot fathom. Individuals who decide to take up music as their lifelong careers often revolve their entire lives around this one thing music. Mere speech sounds very alone, as if stripped of its true meaning, and isn't very inspiring. As Mark Shangizi remarks in his article for the website Scientific American, quote, "We don't wake up to alarm clocks blaring German speech. We don't drive to work listening to native spoken Eskimo and then switch it to the Bushman click station during the commercials. Speech sounds don't give us the chills, and they don't make us cry, not even French." End quote. Although it may seem apparently obvious that music can evoke certain emotions within us, it is not certain as to why, still, and that is not all. Music can also do many other wonders, such as I mentioned before, with helping mental illnesses and increasing academic and learning processing skills. I think that music is a great tool to improve the human condition, and with that being said, should be used more often in the professional world of therapy and academia. Music is a great tool to alleviate the sufferers of mental disabilities and allow themselves to express themselves better. More now than ever, we are discovering more and more people that are born with intellectual, social, and emotional disabilities. So all sorts of therapies have been developed to find ways to help these suffering individuals. Music therapy has not been excluded from the search for solutions. In one such study made in the music therapy realm, with a sample of 9 children, they were diagnosed with mild to severe mental deficiencies, such as epilepsy, autism, Down syndrome, and schizophrenia. They attended one of the special needs schools in Persuasive, Russia, part of the national education system in Russia. The children started the program with intensive musical teaching with amazing results. At first, it was hard for them to recognize basic feelings, such as happiness and sadness and anger. But through their musical training, they were easily able to recognize these emotions in more diverse situations. The children were then asked to make drawings describing the music they heard. When the song was played in the major mode, they began to easily depict happy, joyous scenes in their artwork. But when the song was being played in the minor mode, they began to depict somber, more sad pieces of artwork. What this means in the long run is not just that children can learn to recognize emotions, but be able to express them better in their relationships with family and friends. And through music, this can be achieved with much more facility, as shown in the study before in Persuasive, Russia. Music has also been shown to affect the brain in a positive way. In one such study, a neurobiologist named Nina Kraus, who runs the Auditory Neuroscience Laboratory at Northwestern University, wanted to discover the effects of music on the brain. She did brain scans of certain children from different musical programs and found remarkable results. What she found is that the brain static did not go away in the scans, but their brains got better and more precise at processing sound, and there was less blur on the scan. According to Kraus, it goes back to pitch, timing, and timbre. Kraus argues that learning music improves the brain's functionality to process all these aspects of music, all 3 of them. But not just that, music also has the potential to help the brain process consonants and vowels more clearly in speech and language. Music can express emotion. That is probably very obvious to all of you. But how exactly does it do this? There is no single answer that can be given to this question that would be easy to accept. However, there are multiple answers that can be given, providing different angles, and this has been demonstrated in a study done by well-known German scientist Stefan Kolch. In this study, Stefan Kolch identified 3 different categories in which music can affect an individual emotionally, and these include memory, tension, and understanding. First off with memory. Personal memories of an individual have a large role to play in the perception of emotion in certain pieces or songs of music. And according to Kolch, what a person may have felt during the first listening of a piece of music will most likely stick with them every time they hear that piece of music from that point onwards, probably for the rest of their lives. A piece of music could also be associated with a particular personal memory or an event that happened in the listener's life. For example, if a person lived during the time of World War II and then years later listens to a classical piece of music that is supposed to be about World War II, that person will most likely feel the emotions they felt during that time period, simply because they heard a music that was supposed to evoke it and reminded them of them. Secondly, last in Kolsch's list was the understanding of music. This mostly applies to the relationship between non-musicians and musicians. One's understanding of musical theory and knowledge might enhance or decrease an emotional response to a piece of music. For example, a musician might look at a simple piece with repetitive structure and call it bland, while a non-musician might not understand the repetitive structure because he or she does not understand musical theory. So that person might think the song is catchy and easier to listen to and might even gain emotion from the lyrics if it is a song. So now I have presented to you ways in which music can be used to improve emotional well-being, brain activity, and academic learning, and the reasons why it mechanically works the way it does within each individual emotionally and intellectually. With these examples provided, it should be of much greater a reason as to why it is beneficial to include music therapy into our curriculum at schools and integrate it into more generalized therapy. Music is a great tool to use in order to treat mental illnesses and improve learning.